Let me know if the AC in the background is too loud, but I will turn it down. But with that being said, we're doing a different kind of live this time. You guys can see normally on YouTube we would do like a reaction type live. This time we're doing a different type of live. This is some facts because I got some shit that I want to talk about. I can't necessarily talk about the way that I want to on TikTok. What it did. Hey, let me know if the AC in the background is too loud. Turn it off or shit. But if not, then it's cool because we're on. But with that being said, man, I'm sure anybody who's in here has seen what the hell is going on with the tapes. What the hell's going on with the Tates? What happened to them recently? You know, they got accused of doing some stupid ass bullshit. They got accused of being human traffickers and PDF files. You know, saying, oh, well, they did this with the 16-year-olds back when they was doing their webcam and shit and whatnot. And it's just, I mean, shit just stupid. Everybody knows that they're innocent. Everybody knows that they haven't done anything wrong. Everybody knows that they're not guilty of anything they're saying they're doing. If they were, there would have been evidence that would have been found a long time ago. He said audio low for me. Let me know if that sounds better. Matter of fact, I can probably bring this closer. Let me know if that sounds better or not. He said the AC loud. Okay, but all right. Okay. Hopefully that's better for y'all now. All right. So with that being said, we all know what's going on with the Tates. We all know what the fuck is happening with them. We all know the stupid ass allegations that are against them, saying they're human traffickers and PDF files and whatnot, and all this other stupid ass shit. He said better. I bet. We all know that they're not guilty of what's happening to them, because if they were guilty, if they really were guilty, and they really were doing this shit, there would have been some type of evidence that would have came out a long time ago, proving that they were doing the things that they're being accused of doing, which we all know there is no evidence against them at all whatsoever. They have not been able to find any evidence against them at all whatsoever, and they are trying desperately, however the way they can, to get them. And they recently tried to have them indirectly assassinated with the way that they put them in prison. They put them in the worst jail, worst prison over there in Romania, where they said it was like sector 5 or something like that. The worst one that you could go to over there with all the bad inmates, and also put them in there with PDF file allegations amongst all the monkey ass inmates that just be wild and have nothing to lose and are spending life there and whatnot. So they tried to indirectly have them assassinated by way of another inmate. Luckily, the judge decided that it wouldn't be a good idea for them to be in jail, because there's no evidence against them if there was, so it would have been proven and it would have been brought to court, and it would have been shown a long ass time ago, the very first time that their house got raided. This is the third time that their house has been raided now. The first one was when that stupid bitch made the initial, when that stupid bitch made the initial claim that she was being held against her will because she was bored and she wanted another free trip to go on and whatnot. And she wanted her boyfriend to pay for it, and he didn't want to pay for it, so, or no, he didn't want her to go to one of her trips, so he was trying to buy her a ticket home. And she didn't want to go home, she wanted to go somewhere else. And so I believe that it was either that or he wasn't trying to pay for it. I think it was he wasn't trying to pay for it. And so she was trying to make up all these different allegations that, you know, she and her friend are being held there against their will, and they can't leave, they can't go anywhere. So the dude out of natural reaction, contacts the authorities and says, "Hey, my girlfriend's being held captive over here. What can we do? Get her home? Whoopty woo woo woo." And so next thing you know, the police raid their house. The police raid their house the first time. They find nothing wrong, nothing out of the ordinary going on. Everything is fine. They're just partying, having pizza, having a fun time, whatever. And it was even on camera. The bitches that they literally left to go get something to eat. They left their house to go get something to eat in a taxi. This is the perfect example of being able to say and do whatever you want without any type of consequences to your words that you speak, your actions. Because, double standards do exist. A female can sit there and say that you raped her with no proof, none at all. But because she said that you did it, now you're going to jail. That's facts. Clearly, that's what happened. She said that she was being held against her will, which is what started all this, And then the feds pull up and whatnot, and she's texting, "OMG, what are you doing? I was just wanting to get a flight out of here," and it's just all this extra shit for one. All it took was one time, one stupid bitch to say that she was being held against her will. Now all this extra shit is coming down on them because they're not controlled by the opposition. They tried to get them to sell out. They tried to get them to sell their souls. They tried to buy them out. $50 million was awarded to them for them to not say certain things, not talk about certain things, and probably dress a certain way and not dress a certain way. And probably even talk a certain way and not talk a certain way. $50 million. And they turned it down. That was their offer to buy them out. But they turned it down because, they don't sell out. Their morals and their values and their beliefs and all that shit are not for sale. As they have clearly said before multiple times that they would never sell out. Now they're trying everything that they possibly can to get rid of them because they won't shut up. This obviously has just made it even worse for the Matrix's end versus the Tate's end. Because even more and more people, it's just like with the Trump situation when he got shot at the fucking rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. They practically handed that man the election when they did that, proving that they're sore losers. They're not gonna win. They're trying to cheat to win, and they just proved that by failing an assassination attempt on Trump's life. It's the same thing with the Tate brothers. They've been released again from prison, from jail. They're on house arrest. But it's showing everybody that the Matrix is tripping right now, and that it does exist, and that it is real. Anybody, it could happen to anybody. It could happen to you. It could happen to me. It could happen to an old lady. It could happen to an old man. It could happen to a baby. Who knows? I remember way back in the old like biblical days in Egypt, the Pharaoh, before when Moses was born, he commanded his soldiers to kill all the newborn males because he had heard about the prophecy of a prince of Egypt rising up to free the Hebrew slaves. And he was afraid of that. So he had all the babies killed, the newborn males killed from that generation, from the Hebrew slaves. All the newborn males were killed. They were thrown into the river and ate by the crocodiles. Isn't that shit crazy? The Matrix attacks anybody of all ages. The Matrix attacks anybody of all ages. Not just grown people, but kids too. Anybody who has ever come up with an invention. I remember seeing a video or two of this man. He had learned how to create water out of air. He had learned how to take the moisture from the air and turn it into drinkable water. And he was showing off his creation to everybody on YouTube, on social media, whatnot, because he was making a video about it and he was explaining how it works and all that. I think about a week later, the dude disappeared. Nobody had ever heard anything about him ever again. His fucking invention was never to be seen again, never to be heard about again. It was gone. Another person figured out how to get an engine to run off of water. And like the other fucking person, they showed it all over the internet, all over social media, explaining how it runs and how they did it and whatnot, because it pulls the oxygen from the water and all this other shit. And about a week later, they disappeared and nobody ever heard from them again. Nobody heard about their invention again until I think like 5 years later. Somebody else came up with it too, and then they fucking disappeared. It is a constant cycle, repeating. People who are coming up with these different inventions that beat the Matrix are always disappearing and dying because they're figuring out ways to get around the system, to beat the system without falling for it. There was somebody else who came up, who found a cure for cancer. And he went public with it. I don't remember his name. It was a long time ago. It had to be like, I don't know, 7 years ago maybe. He went public with it. You know, he was talked about how he came up with it, and he died. There was somebody who was going to expose Michelle Obama one time. She was a whistleblower whenever Obama was in office, and she died from, I think it was asphyxiation on her plane a couple of days later. Anybody who is trying to go against the Matrix, they kill. Whether you intentionally go against it or unintentionally go against it, you're gonna die. If you go public with it, you're gonna die. Because they cannot stand anybody who can get around the system, who can beat the system without falling for the system's traps, without becoming a slave to the system. They want everybody to be beneath them. You know, I used to see a picture all the time. Crazy Nick Fuentes looking correct. You know, it's funny, everybody said the same thing about fucking Alex Jones. Oh, he's crazy, man. He's just saying this and he's just saying that. It turns out almost everything that Alex Jones said was facts. And it's looking like Nick Fuentes is another one who's, you know, everybody looking at him like he's crazy, but a lot of shit that he's saying is turning out to be facts. He looks like he's going to be Alex Jones Jr., who knows? But you cannot beat the Matrix and go public with it. Because then you become target number one, because they see, oh, well, this guy did this and did that. It's a nickname to the enemy, though. Yeah, that's why he's on a no-fly list. I mean, Alex Jones, I'm pretty sure the worst that he ever got was just cancellation. I could be wrong. Pretty sure the worst that he got was just cancellation from the internet. But Nick is literally on a no-fly list. I don't think he can even have a fucking a bank account. He can't. I don't think he can use any type of card or anything like that. If I'm not mistaken, I think his only form of currency is Bitcoin. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they have got him canceled to the max. Like the max you can cancel anybody. He said Alex Jones got $1 billion lawsuit. He can never pay back. Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy, man. The shit that they do to you to get you to shut the fuck up. Which is why it's important that you understand what you're going to get yourself into if you decide that you're going to go against the Matrix and you're going to go public with it. You have to understand the ability that your enemy has, the capability and the lengths that they are willing to go before you decide to do anything. You can't underestimate your enemy, otherwise, I mean, shit. It's the worst thing you can do is underestimate your enemy, because you're going to sit there and say, oh, well, I can beat them, I can do this and I can do that. Psych. He said, imagine Nick was lustful, what they would do. Man, He is very, I don't want to say lucky. He's very blessed to know how to control his lust like that. Because let's be honest, he has seen females that, and we've all seen females that we want to just fucking pound, right? And that's what gets a lot of these people in trouble is they see females and they just want to take the pound town. And then either the Matrix uses those females against them, or those females decide that they're not getting what they want, and so now they're gonna try and do it like this and say, "Oh, well, he raped me, and I didn't give him my consent, and I didn't do this, and I didn't do that, and blah 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 blah." And it's like that. I was talking about it yesterday. That dude who was supposed, I think he was supposed to be on the, who was getting elected for the Supreme Court position or some shit. The stupid bitch said that he raped her at this fucking house party, and they were asking her how many beers she had. She didn't know what time it was. I don't know, and all that shit. His name is Brett Kavanaugh. That's his name. Judge Brett Kavanaugh. That's his name. I couldn't remember his name for the longest time. But they use females against dudes to get what they want. If they want you to shut up, they're going to try and blackmail you. If they want money, they're going to use them to blackmail you. If they want you in prison, guess what? They're going to use females to say, oh, well, they did this to them. And they're trying to say that the Tate brothers' baby mamas were trafficked by them. You can't make this shit up. They are trying to say that the Tate brothers' baby mamas were trafficked by them. That's how fucking desperate they are. And that's how fucking stupid they are. You can't make this shit up. I guarantee you. This shit, once it's over, everybody's gonna be looking. Everybody's gonna be shook when they finally realize that they're innocent. But here's the thing, you know, Tate said it himself. You get 3 lives. The first one is to try to cancel you. That doesn't work. And Trump is a perfect representation of this example. You have 3 lives. One, they try to cancel you. And that doesn't work. Well, now they're gonna go to step 2, which is trying to shut you up by putting you in prison. That didn't work with Trump either. It's not working with the Tate brothers either. So they moved to step 3, which is trying to kill you, take you off of this earth. They tried to do this shit with Trump already. And obviously it did not work because the fucking shooter is garbage. But I got a feeling that if this keeps going, if it keeps going, they're going to try to move to step 3. They're going to try to move to step 3. He said Tristan can't talk to his daughter for 3 years now because of that. And that shit's crazy. And it's they don't even think about the kids' lives that get affected from this bullshit. The children are the ones who are most affected by this because they can't see their dad, they can't talk to their dad, they can't interact with their dad, they can't do shit. And the worst part is, they don't even understand why they can't do shit. They don't. They're little kids. They don't understand why they can't talk to their dad, why they can't see their dad, why they can't go hang out with their dad, why they can't stay with. They don't understand all that shit. They're like young as fuck. I think she's like, what, 5? It's fucked up. And the Matrix does not give a shit. They don't care whose life they ruin. They don't care how many children are involved. If it benefits them, they're going to go for it. And that's just how it is. You know, here's the fucked up part, right? They're trying to make up all these different allegations about human trafficking, about PDF files, about raping, and all this other stupid shit. But they won't go after the real people who are doing the real human trafficking, the real PDF files, the real rape, and they won't go after them. They'll go after somebody that they don't like. Isn't that crazy? There's so many people all over the world who are involved in human trafficking, like real life human trafficking and child trafficking. But they're not going to go after them. Why? Because they themselves are involved in it. And if they go after those people who are involved in it, they're ruining their own fucking rings, trafficking rings. They're ruining them all if they go after them. And they know that. They know that. They're not stupid. They are stupid, but they're not that stupid. It is a damn shame because all these fucking people who are involved in, like fucking Jeffrey Epstein, they never went after that fool. His whole island is a fucking sex chamber, bro, for kids and fucking teenagers and fucking women and all types of shit. His whole island is a sex chamber, but they didn't go after him. They said that he killed himself in his cell. They hung himself. No, 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 no. No, sir. Somebody killed him to keep him quiet because they knew that he would have testified. They knew he would have testified. They knew he would have given up all of his flight logs. They knew he would have. They knew they fucked up once he got put in prison. So they said, we have to tie up loose ends. So they killed him. And they killed him. The damn shame. But this is the type of shit that we've been dealing with, man. This is the matrix that you deal with. And celebrities, they are not. People sit around and say they have dreams of going to Hollywood and becoming an actor or a fucking rapper or artist or streamer or influencer or model or whatever the fuck it is that they want to do, right? They want to go to Hollywood for it. That shit is a pipe dream. This shit is fantasy land and it will never fucking happen the way that you want it to happen. And the reason why is because all celebrities who are on the big screen, who are all over social media, like the big ass fucking, like Aiden Ross type shit, streamers like them, all these rappers, all these fucking actors, all these fucking artists, all these fucking celebrities, these influencers, these models, they are all puppets. Every last one of them. Every last one of them. They have all sold themselves to get where they are because you don't get there without selling yourself. It is a damn shame. And it's funny because I think back to The Matrix, the movie The Matrix, and when Morpheus told Neo to watch out for the lady in the red dress, right? They're doing humiliation rituals with these fucking celebrities. And I just seen a video, a clip, I think it was yesterday, of your boy Busta Rhymes on stage in a red dress rapping with fucking heels on. Why a red dress? What is so convenient? What is so... Why did they choose the color red? I don't know. It's the lady in the red dress. That's all I can think of. They use the color. Sam Smith did the same fucking thing. Pretty sure MGK did the same fucking thing. Busta Rhymes is doing the same fucking thing now. It's the red dress, bro. The red dress. It's fucking, it's crazy. So, when you hear somebody say that they want to be on a fucking actor or celebrity or fucking influencer, or any type of celebrity at all, they have to sell themselves to get there. They have to. That's just how it goes. That's how it goes. There's no other way for you to be able to get in there. I remember hearing a story of a man and his homeboy who got invited to this celebrity house party in California, LA. And they were streamers think they were streamers or they were YouTubers, or probably both. Um, that party would have put them up even higher on the internet. But the dude that was telling the story backed out at a certain point in time because he did not want to denounce his faith, because what they had him do was saying that they put their left hand on the Bible and their right hand up, and was saying that they believe in some other fucking god or deity or whatever. I don't remember if it was money or something else. They had to do that before they could move into the next room, and the next room would be the next event that they had to go through. I think it was a sacrificial event. I don't know. I don't think it was humans. I think it was probably animals. He didn't go into detail about it, about what was going on in the room. But when it came time for him to do his part, when he put time for him to put his hand on the Bible and say that he believed in this and that, he didn't want to do it. So they kicked his ass out. They kicked him out the house completely. His homeboy went through and did it. Went to the next room. But when he went outside, he went to go peek through the window to see if he could see what they were doing. Now, he didn't go into detail about what he saw because he said it was very gruesome, it was very disturbing. I can think of a couple of different things that they probably would have done in there. One, they was probably bending him over and fucking him hard. Or two, they had him in some type of sacrificial ritual or some shit. Those are the two things that comes to my mind that they were probably doing in that room, because that's what they do. And he got caught peeking through the window, and they were watching him for probably about a month or so. Until one of his other homeboys went to California and he told them what was going on, so they left and all that. But the point is, you cannot get anywhere in the world of fame without selling yourself. You have to sell yourself. It's all controlled oppositions. It's all fucking puppets on a string. You're not gonna be able to get nowhere else. He said he was getting passed around. I didn't. That's crazy. That's crazy. I kind of figured they were fucking, but you can't make this shit up, man. It's disgusting. But you can't get up in the world of social media and fame without selling yourself. Whether you sell your ass or you sell your soul, you're selling something. And you can't get up no higher without doing that. I remember I used to want to be an actor a long time ago. That shit long died. That shit long died. Once you start learning about all the different people who are involved in it, I mean all of the celebrities, every single last one that you see, they're all part of it. There is no way they're not. Even if they're a minor celebrity, the reason why they haven't gotten up that big yet is because they haven't gone through all those fucking rituals that they gotta go through to get there. So it's crazy, you know. I remember there's a band called Hollywood Undead, and they grew up in Hollywood, and they said they used to remember how shitty it was. They used to literally watch people come to Hollywood from other states, trying to make it big, trying to become a fucking actor or a rapper or influencer or whatever. And they would end up falling off of that route, and they would get into drugs, and they get into alcohol, and they become fucking homeless and whatnot. They would call them zombies, the undead. That's how they came up with the name. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Hollywood is a pitfall. It is made for you to fall and not get up. And the only way that you are going to get up if you do fall is if you sell yourself or you sell your ass. That's the only way you get up. And that's the Matrix. The Tates were not selling their ass, they weren't selling their souls, so now they're trying to silence them. Unfortunately, that's how it goes. So yeah, man, with that being said, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I'm going to go ahead and get up on out of here. Make sure y'all share with your friends, your families, members, ends, and friends, and everybody else that y'all know. I'm out. Deuces.